Good evening and welcome to your News Now Sports. I'm Dave Siseski. We're in week 12 of the high school football season, and there's plenty of regional quarterfinal action tonight. Now, one matchup in particular is the latest edition of the Holy War. After winning their first playoff games, the LCC Thunderbirds and the St. John's Blue Jays clash in the second round tonight at Spartan Stadium. Our Tony Quach has more with both head coaches ahead of tonight's matchup. Good evening, Tony.
Good evening, David. Back in 2020, the LCC Thunderbirds and the St. John's Blue Jays would have played each other in the playoffs for the first time ever. But due to COVID, that game was canceled. 2 years later, both programs meet in the regional quarterfinal as they continue the latest chapter of the Holy War. We'll start things off with St. John's head coach, Todd Schulte. Coach Schulte, after having that game taken away 2 years ago due to COVID, how special is it for both programs to meet in the playoffs tonight?
Well, definitely, it's a special meeting. I think we have a great rivalry going, and it's a rivalry where there's a lot of respect between the schools and the coaching staffs and the players. So to be able to still be playing and and be able to go to play another program that has a lot of respect for the game and how they play it, and it makes for a great atmosphere for high school football.
And the last time you guys both played each other was back in week 2 of the regular season. LCC came out on top 54-27. What do you guys have to do differently this time around to come out on top?
Well, obviously, we need to do a better job of containing Parker. I mean, he had an outstanding game against us, and he's a great athlete. And, that was pretty much the story of the game, is he did whatever he wanted to us. And, obviously, we know as the year wore on, we're like to think both teams are getting better because we're getting tested all year. And, it's kind of the nature of the game is you hope each week that you're getting better. So we know that we're going to see a better football team tonight than week 2.
Thank you for your time, Coach. We're now turning over to LCC's head coach, Scott Palte. Coach Palte, you guys won 5 of your last 6 games entering tonight. Part of that success is due to the return of Billy Burke. How key has he been in the resurgence of this team in the second half?
Yeah, he's done some good things for us. He's not only a really good receiver for us, but he's also a really good blocker. He's a big, tall, lanky kid. He's got a lot of skill, and he's definitely helped our offense and a real added boost to our passing game and our run game.
And again, the last time you guys faced off against each other, you guys came out on top 54-27. What were some takeaways from that game that you plan to incorporate in tonight's game plan?
No, it's 10 weeks ago. I mean, they're such a good football team, and they're so well coached with great kids. It's a totally different team than it was week 2. They're gonna, both teams are going to be better football teams tonight. So we really look at it as a brand new opponent. It's week 12. It's win or go home, and we know it's going to be a much tougher team week 12 than it was week 2 for sure.
Thank you for your time, Coach. That's all the time we have for our full coverage of football Friday night. Tune in at 11:15. Reporting in Spartan Stadium, Tony Quach, your News Now Sports.